get a lot of questions about my braids, so in this video I will show you how I do them and hopefully answer some of those questions.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to come and give you like a quick update about what I was doing with my hair. I am in the process of braiding it, putting it in the small individual braids. So I started out, like a lot of people ask me, how do you have the patience to do that? How do you have the time to do that? Well, you do need to have like a little bit of patience, and you do need to be able to braid, but you don't really need that much time. You just kind of do it slowly over time, and you'll have to wear your hair in the same style for a little bit. But what I started with, I washed and conditioned my hair, and then I put these twists in, and I had those twists in all over my head. I actually never finished putting the twists in because I have these two large twists in the top that I just never put in. But what you do is you just put it all up into a ponytail, and then you just start in the back and take hair down and just braid it. And you know, you just braid what you can when you can, and when it's time to go to work or wherever, you just put it all up into a ponytail. And you just go. Yep. I'm missing some of it. Alright, but yeah, just put it all up into a ponytail and just go about your day. Of course, you do a much neater ponytail than this, but whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to go through and tell you how I get the small braids in. Also, oh, another thing is sometimes when it's been a while since I last did the braids, I forget how small they were. Like they were ridiculously small. And so I start out by braiding, but they're a little bit bigger than what I actually want them to be. This one's a little bit closer to the size. And so you end up putting bigger braids in at first, and then as they grow and need to be rebraided, you go back through, unbraid it, and just split it into two. Or you take loose two braids that are right next to each other and split it into three. So instead of having two braids, you'll end up with three. So that's how I do it. I used the parts that I had from my twist, and I don't know how straight those were. So my parts might not be very straight, but I don't care because you won't really see your parts. Yeah, the only time you ever see your parts is when your hair is freshly braided. And once it starts growing out, you won't be able to see the parts anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to go through and tell you that. The way that I am moisturizing it, oh, okay, so let me tell you. I bought this. This is Shea, that's not helping anybody. This is Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Restorative Conditioner with sea kelp and argan oil for dry, damaged hair. So I got this from Target, and I've been using it every single day as a leave-in. What I do is I spritz my hair with aloe vera juice in the morning, and then I put this all over it, and then I put coconut oil on top of it, and then I put black Jamaican castor oil on top of it. Then I put a shower cap on it, take my shower, and just leave the shower cap on while I'm getting ready. And once I'm finished, I just take it out, leave it in the ponytail, and leave the house. And let me tell you, I did it yesterday, and it still feels really moisturized. It feels really, really good. Oh, wait, okay, another thing. Is the braids, the ends are loose. They'll look better later on, because once you wet it, it curls up, or at least my hair does. Anywho, the ends feel really dry, so after I did all of that, the Shea Moisture aloe vera juice, coconut oil, Jamaican black castor oil deal, I got some shea butter, melted it in my hands, and put it directly just on the ends. And like I smeared it on there. It was intense. And that seemed to help it stay really moisturized, because it still feels moisturized today, which never happens for me. So I just wanted to let you know about that. So yeah, oh yeah, what you will need to do these braids is one of these combs. Mine broke because my fiance sat on it. So yeah, all I have left is this. But I guess I'll just show you doing one braid. It's not that difficult. So we're in the back of my head. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna scoot forward. Okay. So I've already taken this section loose. I have it divided horizontal. Okay. I don't know if you can hear anything I said. I already took this section loose and I divided it horizontally, like I made a row that was the thickness that I want. And now I go through and I take this thing and I just divide it vertically. So this section's a little too big, so I'm going to go back through and divide it vertically again. Alright, so I take my section, smooth it down, and I split the root into 3, and I just braid. I don't know if you can see, but you just braid. And this is a little bit bigger than I would like. But it's okay because there's going to be a lot of braids and they're not all going to be perfect. If it seems like you're braiding them too small, like you won't be able to get them loose, go ahead and make them bigger and you'll be able to tell once it grows out, because as it grows it loosens up and it's easier to take out. And you'll be able to tell once it's time to rebraid how big they need to be, because you're not going to be able to get them out now. I mean, if you really want to, you could, but it's going to take a lot more time. They're a lot easier to take out once they've gotten older and they're ready to come out. When I trim my hair, I usually trim it when it's in these braids, because, well, what I do is I would go through, braid it, and then once I get to the end, I will trim it. And so I just braid all the way to the end as far as I can go. That's another thing, is that the braids, as they get older, they tend to loosen up on the end. But if you wet, it's a little magic trick. I don't know if this works with all hair textures, but it works with mine. If you wet the ends of these, like, you gotta get them really, really wet. What they do is they start to curl. Like, you can see the top of this is starting to curl. So they'll curl around. Like, this isn't what I want. Let me see if I can find one that's curled, because I did wet it a little bit. That's it. So see, they curl like that. I don't know what that is, why it does it, but I like it. And you'll have a bunch of those all over the end. And I like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. But you can also straighten it. You can braid it so that it's wiggly when you take it loose. So there's lots of different things that you can do with it, so you don't have the curly Q ends. And you can also straighten it with a flat iron, which I've done before, which turned out pretty cool. But it damages it because the ends are already out. And if you're straightening it with a flat iron, it's just gonna damage it even more. So yeah, those are my braids. Oh yeah, I also wanted to say, once I get close to the end, which I'm getting pretty close, what I'll do is I'll start doing the front of the hair. Because the way I work is I work from the back and work my way up. And once I get around here, I start working from the side. So I start working from the back, work my way up, and then work all the way up from here. And that's pretty much the direction I go in. But then, you know, if I'm out for summer, then I don't care. Then I have this little patch on the top. But if I'm still working or going to school or whatever, I will take this front section and I'll go ahead and put it into braids and start working my way toward the back so that the middle part is all that's not done. So that when you look at it, if it's in a ponytail or a bun, you won't even be able to tell that some of it's not braided yet. So yeah, those are my braids. I don't know how long I'm going to leave them in. I usually leave them in for a pretty long time. Like, usually at least a year. They really do grow when they're in these braids. I like it. And it's so easy to deal with, because if you don't feel like doing your hair in the morning, you could just roll out of bed, put it in a ponytail, and go. With your hair loose and out, you have to think like days in advance. Like, okay, I want to do a twist out for this day, for Sunday. So I've got to start all the way on Thursday thinking about what's going to happen. And with braids, you don't need to do that. You can wash your hair, set it, and then the next day it's done. Like, it still takes a fair amount of drying time, but it's nothing like having your hair loose. So yeah, I like the braids. Usually I rock the braids. It's just lately I've been doing the loose hair thing, but I've noticed that it's been getting damaged because I'm constantly in it. So hopefully it'll grow a little bit more once it's in the braids. Yeah, it's gotten shorter since I've had it out. Makes me sad. Anywho, thanks for watching. Yeah, stay tuned to see what I do. I do have an event coming up that I need to do my hair for. Coming up next week, Friday, so we'll see what I do. Actually, next week, Saturday, our pre-K is having a ball. So, yeah, we'll see what happens for that. I don't know. I thought about straightening it or curling it, but I don't want to. I just want long hair, and I just want my braids. That's all I want. So anywho, thanks for watching. I don't know. Deuces. One of my fingers was down. Deuces. Hey guys, I forgot to mention, when you're braiding it, make sure you go ahead and put your parts in. So any part that you're gonna want, any part that you're gonna want, like if you want a side part for like a side ponytail, or if you want a middle part, go ahead and put those in. I don't really care about horizontal parts, but I do usually put in the, I usually put in the side part. Middle parts, I don't care if they're directly in the middle, but be sure that you put the parts in. Now that's it. Do my whole thing. Deuces! Good morning. I just wanted to show you my hair before it gets frizzy. This is what the final looks like. See, these are the curly cues. They're not as curly because I didn't put anything in them. Ooh, sorry, to make them curlier. But that's what I was talking about. So anywho, I finished all the braids. And yeah.